I just filmed an entire manic intro and none of it recorded. This is the third time I have attempted. Fourth. Please, for the love of God, Salem, get off my laptop. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, this is it. This is it. This is a new audio. Let's kind of get this mic out of my face a little bit. I don't know. Let me give you a little background on this I'm gonna cry. Let me give you a little bit of background on the attempts that I have made to film this video. And maybe I should be taking this as a sign to not film this video, but we're just gonna do it anyways because the universe can't tell me what to do. So the first time I tried to film it, we had this crazy storm come through, raining buckets, and everything was fine. Like, it didn't flood or anything here, but our roof started leaking, and I thought I was going to be able to cut out the part where Aaron came in a little frantic to let me know that our laundry room had a bunch of water all over it because our roof was leaking. I cut that part out and realized you could hear so much rain, and it just sounded like static in the mic. It wasn't even like comforting rain. It was just so heavy on the roof that it just sounded like static. So that video, trash, was not going to work. I filmed another one like 20 minutes ago, and I didn't realize, because this is kind of a new mic setup that I have. If you're new, I didn't realize that my mic would not work if my computer was like in sleep. Like, I turn it on, connect it, and then it goes to sleep. So if it goes to sleep, the mic shuts off. So about halfway through the video, it just completely shut off. So yeah, we're just gonna try this again. I'm sorry. Obviously, like I said, this is a new mic setup. Whenever I hit the cords, you can hear stuff. When my seat creaks, you can hear stuff. So we're working on it. If anybody has a Blue Yeti mic and has tips, please let me know. Everything's on half right now. My volume, my gain. This is on the little bubble thing. You might hear the cats because it's approaching dinner time. But you know what? Welcome to my shit show of a life. Corporate America has fucked me long enough that I've learned how to just move on. Okay? Welcome to my channel. I'm normally not this pessimistic. Let's get into haunted Etsy dolls before I have a mental breakdown. Oh my God, please tell me you did not sign out of Etsy. We didn't. Some of these are actually really cute stories. I've obviously read them before. I do get a little mixed up on some of like the way they write it. It seems like for some of them, English might be a second language, or some of them in the UK, they write things a little differently. And sometimes I get a little like mixed up on stuff, or they just typos, kind of let's go. This doll is sold by Unearthly Wonders. This one is actually already sold. It looks very, very familiar. When I look at it, there's something about this face that I find very familiar, and I don't know what it is. But its description is active and mischievous child spirit haunted doll, Timmy. And obviously it was sold. It's based out of Sydney, Australia. So let's hop right into the description. Timmy is a very young child spirit, reporting that he is 6 years old. Children aren't always able to tell us the exact dates of their birth and passings, but from context clues in his stories, we've been able to deduce that he was born in the 1960s in a small town somewhere in the southern states of the USA. Perhaps someone more familiar with that geography will be able to help narrow it down. What makes Timmy particularly interesting is that in his short life, he was a natural medium. He reports that he was always surrounded by spirits, though he couldn't tell as a child, and that they weren't just regular people. He reported spending a lot of time with his grandfather, who taught him to play card games. He remembers learning to play the game Patience, and his grandfather joking that he would teach him patience by any means necessary. And he did not get the pun at the time. It was only later, after Timmy himself passed, that he realized that his grandfather had died before he was born, and that he'd been interacting with his spirit the entire time. There seems to have been some old school mysticism in Timmy's family. He remembers his Mima reading tea leaves and salting the doorways to keep the family safe, though he also remembers their large farmhouse being full of friendly spirits. Timmy recalls his passing with some confusion. He remembers becoming ill and not, then one day woke up feeling well again, but everyone around him being sad, and recalls it taking some time for him to understand that he had passed, as he was still in the care of his grandfather that had always been with him. He remembers deciding to stay with his family and the spirits in his house, and sending his grandmother messages through the tea leaves often. When Mima passed on and didn't stay on this earth, his grandfather also chose to cross over with her, and Timmy decided he wanted to hang around a little while longer, enjoying the company. His family farm was sold in the late 70s, and Timmy attached himself first to a watch that traveled with its owner to Australia, and then later found his current vessel, which he feels looks a lot like him as a child. Timmy has some anxiety around being left alone and likes to be told what's going on. For example, being told when you're going out and will be home late from work, or being forewarned if you leave on holiday. He reports being left behind in a store, and he's been worried about it ever since. When left behind briefly while I was away for a weekend, I experienced a major uptake in disruptive activity, lights flickering, television malfunctioning, etc. on my return, as Timmy was upset about not knowing where we were. It appears to be easily avoided by talking to him and letting him know when we're going to be gone so that he doesn't worry. Timmy likes using lights and mechanical toys to answer yes-no questions, and will often share snippets of memories through dreams or through sensory experiences, like smells or sounds. Because he's a child, these are often fragmented and have taken time to piece together to learn about him. And I suspect with more time, more of his story will be able to be pieced together. One of my favorite skills of his is manipulating songs on a radio or playlist to share a message. This was something a buyer recently discovered with another spirit, and in trying it with my current spirits, I found that Timmy particularly enjoys sending musical messages. If you bring him home, pay attention to the songs that you experience during your day, as they frequently contain messages. As per Etsy's guidelines, this listing is for entertainment purposes only. You will see that on just about every listing, them saying this is for entertainment purposes only. I will omit it in the future ones, but this is one of the longer stories and one of my favorites. I don't love the idea of child spirits, but I love the grandfather in this particular story. I think it's so sweet that he hung around and watched over Timmy and Mima, and once his Mima passed away, the grandfather went with her and they got to spend their life together. I don't know if I believe in an afterlife, but I think that's a really sweet sentiment, and yeah, I like that one. It's not scary. I don't love the idea of child spirits, but I think it's kind of a sweet story. But this next one, this doll, I don't like to speak ill of these dolls, but I will also tell you that some of them I find very creepy. This one, creepy. Its face. I love its dress. I think the dress is very pretty, but the doll itself, its face, kind of creepy. And the title of this one is Will Not Lie to You. It's still for sale. It's actually on sale for $63.75. I'm going to adjust you a little bit. There we go. And let's read this description. Elsa is a spirit who holds nothing back and tells you the truth. The best part of this spirit is she's going to inform you of people who are actually not trustworthy in your life. Elsa is 30 years of age, and her birthday is August 1st, she tells me. Elsa had nothing but bad people in her life, and she had no idea. She was married for only a year before discovering her mother had been secretly seeing her husband. Her sister is as constantly in competition with her, so she never had a good relationship with her. She had a small group of friends who she also discovered all talked about her amongst themselves. She really lost faith in people, sadly. Elsa began to pull back from all those in her life and became engulfed with her work. She started focusing so hard that her mental health took a toll. Work became impossible, and she was eventually let go. Elsa was completely alone, and she began to drink heavily as she had no idea where life was going. One of her drinking spells caused her to slip and fall, but only she would not recover. That one's sad, but also like love that the spirit is on your side and looking out for you from her own experiences. And also maybe this is a cautionary tale. We are in the Great Recession and people are taking control of their lives the most that they can and leaving their jobs. And you know what? You gotta your mental health needs to come first. Editing Becca. Your mental health needs to come first. Okay? Okay. This next one, I kind of actually really like this doll. Sorry, I'm looking at my viewfinder. I have a newer camera and it hasn't been focusing very well. So I'm just trying to make sure that that works. But I really like this doll. I think it's not something that I would normally gravitate towards, but I really like it for some reason. This one is the haunted spirit of Bernice, metaphysically active, and she froze to death. And it's for $144. And this particular store is called Spirit to Spirits. They have an Instagram if you guys are interested in checking that out. They refer to it in the story, which is why I'm saying. Bernice has lots of activity on video if you'd like to go follow our Instagram. Age unknown. Bernice is a lovely lady whom we grew fond of really fast upon receiving her from California, where she lived and died. We had her shipped from an antique shop a few spells ago. Bernice is considered a happy, fun, interactive ghost. She never disappoints. She likes communicating and will chat with you for hours if you sit there with her. We have gotten activity late hours. She seems to have her days and nights mixed up. I often tell Bernice to settle down during late hours because she just likes to wander around being a ghost. I've seen her manifest into misty apparitions and orbs, and she fancies the trigger ghost balls that we sell in our shop should you want to gift her one. She sits in the doll room and gets along great with the other beloveds. I don't think she minds pets either. I think she's going to choose her new keeper because she is very excited about finding a new home. I made sure she was ready, as I do with all our spirits. Bernice died after freezing to death in her car driving on the interstate where her car got stranded in below freezing temperatures. When she was discovered, she had frozen to her death. Bernice isn't high maintenance, and she is a perfect sidekick. Whenever you need to let off steam and vent, pull up a chair next to Bernice and feel her energies. Record your chats for playbacks. You'll be surprised at the wonderful orbs and manifestations you'll see at some point or another. Give her time to observe her new surroundings and settle in. Her vessel is an 18-inch porcelain doll, ships with her stand. She's very beautiful in person and has lovely spiritual energy. Bernice sounds lovely. All right, you guys, I am back from a brief little break to charge everything because, of course, nothing is going right today. So we have 2 dolls left. I am going to go ahead and jump right into those again so we can try and get this video out tonight. But this next one is probably my favorite looking doll. I am not in love with like her body, like the troll doll on her. Kind of weird, and troll dolls honestly kind of freak me out. But I think her face is so funny and so cute. I absolutely love it. Like I think it's funny. So this one is sold by Exquisite Nightmares for $78 and it's still available. And let's pull everything up. This one also has a video attached to it for any I guess something happened. I haven't watched the video. If I can, I will try and include it in this video. If not, either way, I will link it down below so you guys can go watch it yourselves. This is Pearl. She is a porcelain doll created by Diana Effner in the 1990s with the frowning face and a seemingly tough attitude. She is in very good condition, no breaks, chips, or paint loss. Pearl is wearing a cute troll doll necklace. Troll dolls were originally thought to bring good luck. She comes with a metal stand and still has her ID tag tied to her arm. Pearl was a display doll for years, but she's not your average doll. Pearl activated the divining rods and REM pod, but was resistant with communication at first. However, in infrared photos, something strange happened. An unexplained shadowy presence crept into some of the photos. It appeared to be moving between the camera and Pearl. I was able to capture some of this on video. It was truly bizarre. So that must be what the video is. In trying to communicate with Pearl via EVP, she revealed something happened to a baby in a crib. It appears she was either babysitting or watching a sibling when a snake got into the room and bit the baby. Pearl was regarded as a wild and difficult child and blames herself to the snake bite, as she may not have been paying attention to the child, perhaps partying instead. She carries this guilt and beats up on herself, seeming to manifest as a shadowy presence that swirls around her. She is angry, sad, and guarded. Pearl would do well with someone who can be supportive and help her to understand that she needs to release the energy that taunts her and will not let go. Clearing and candle work may help her, as well as a loving environment. She is fearful of snakes, so best not to place her outdoors or near any reptile habitat. She may be very protective of young children, striking out if she believes someone is hurting them, including tickling or playing. So best to let her know that it's okay that the child is not being injured or taunted. Provoked, Pearl may scratch or make noises, heard on the video, like long sighs. At times, I thought it may be windy outside, but after stepping out, it was not. Pearl enjoys parties, but may also act out as it brings up bad memories. Guests should be aware and respectful. I am thinking that the troll necklace may be symbolic of her attitude towards herself, ugly and menacing to children. Though she does not mean to be such, she has an issue with self-image and is unhappy. Feel free to message me with any questions prior to purchasing, and please watch video for more insight. This one also has free shipping if you guys are interested. And these are all, like I said, still on Etsy unless otherwise noted. But this one, like I said, I really love her face. Imagine, I feel like it takes a special person to buy a doll that's specifically for its spiritual attachment. But imagine inviting people over to your home and having to explain to them that the doll is haunted and that you need to respect it, and these are the rules around your doll, and so on and so forth. And I think it's kind of funny that they say don't put it outside or near a reptile enclosure. I don't know why anybody would put these like antique dolls outside, but I guess if you're trying to make it comfortable, you really do anything. But all right, on to the last one. This one is Danger, Haunted Doll, Kaylee's friend. And I'll be honest, this one's kind of my least favorite looking one. It looks very innocent and chill, but there is something about that little smile that just that doesn't sit right with me. But let's hop into this one. It's for $87.66, sold by Strange Occurrences. Children are known to be very sensitive to spirits. When we are young and our souls have only barely left the spirit realm to take physical form again, we often take remnants of other spirits with us. The spirit that resides within the toy of this doll is only known to us as Kaylee's friend. We suspect this spirit is a lesser soul that has once attached itself to a child to guide it into the physical realm and protect it. However, since this lesser soul seems to have lost Kaylee, we think the child might have passed away early on. Now, the spirit seeks out a new child to stand guard over. If you have young children within your household and wish to have a guardian watch over them, this lesser spirit will gladly attach itself to them. These lesser spirits are not whole souls themselves, but fragments of emotion and sentiments that linger around and support a whole soul in their self-expression. If you have any desire to know more, please reach out to me. Okay, so I feel like I don't have to, drive this home very, very much, but let's rewind back to the movies and all of the stories about demons pretending to be children or pretending to be good for kids and really just not. Buy these dolls at your own risk. These dolls are clearly listed for entertainment purposes only, but if you truly believe in this stuff, proceed at your own risk, because I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to spirits or interacting or going to haunted locations or doing that kind of stuff, or even having a haunted home. But I think bringing a spirit and like opening it up to your home and giving it a new place to be or a new person to protect is a different approach, and not an approach that I love. Obviously, I'm not a professional. I'm not a ghost hunter. It's just my own, something about it just doesn't feel right. And I love antiquing. I absolutely love antiquing, but I would never purchase something at an antique store or thrift shop or anything like that with the hopes that it's haunted. Quite frankly, I hope the exact opposite, that it's not haunted. I have a fear of bringing home a haunted item. I am a believer, but I'm also a pretty healthy skeptic, and I think take each of these as you will. I think some of the stories are really cute. I really like the first one with the grandfather, like I said. I also really I think it was Bernice, the one from California. I liked her. I thought she was pretty cool. But yeah, so just so this video doesn't get excruciating long, I will let you guys go, and hopefully my next video is a little less manic because that kind of sucked. But I'm also going to be trying out a couple different things and maybe trying a little bit of a quieter vibe on a lot of these videos. So let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. I'm always happy to hear that. Ooh, didn't mean to hit the mic. A little ASMR for you guys. Would you guys be interested in that? I have a separate channel. I intended on doing ASMR, but I never did it. I can't even post on my own channel, so I'm not going to take that on. All right, well, I'm going to go. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I hope you guys stay spooky.